The U.S. Postal Service announced this week that it is holding off plans to stop Saturday mail delivery. The Post Office officials say the congressional funding measures prohibit the cuts in services. To save $2 billion a year, the Postmaster General wanted to stop Saturday mail deliveries beginning in August. The Postal Service Board of Governors still wants to make the changes and hopes to work out a compromise with Congress. Last year, the USPS lost $6 billion. Jewish hate crimes. With Jewish hate crimes, police are questioning a suspect in a string of potential hate crimes in New York. According to the NYPD, someone set fire to 11 mezuzahs in an apartment complex in Williamsburg, Brooklyn on Monday. This action happens to fall under the Holocaust Remembrance Day. In addition to the mezuzah was found burning at an adjacent apartment complex the next day. The mezuzah is a prayer written on a piece of parchment paper and traditionally attached on the door frame of the homes of Jewish people. It's a story of faith and survival. Nico Santos tells us about one World War II veteran who served 6 days stranded at sea.
World War II was over, but the battle had just begun. Bill Harrison was ready to hug his wife once again, but Mother Nature had other plans.
I was mad at the Navy for not sending help and rescuing us.
A violent typhoon struck, and wave after wave, the USS YMS 472 lost its final battle, sinking in the Pacific. 9 men made it out, forced to face all elements.
They got off the raft into the water, and one boy was about 10 feet in front of the other one, and they were swimming toward the circle, and all of a sudden the lead boy got struck by a shark.
Others tried swimming to find help, but that's the last time Harrison would see them. He says he almost lost all hope, but after 6 days at sea, his prayers were finally answered.
The first plane went by, the second one followed him, and the third one, when he got even with us, he turned and started coming our way. Here come those beautiful airplanes ever built. As he dipped out over the raft.
Only 4 of 36 sailors were rescued. Harrison says he's never felt so alive. For his survival, Bill promised to live the rest of his life promoting the cause and faith. That's a pretty bold statement, but with literally the foundation to back it up. As a general contractor, Harrison built this and 11 other churches in the county, a total of 53 along the coast of California. His appreciation for his survival. Reporting for Newscene, Nico Santos.
Bill's story has touched several people, including one movie producer. His epic story will be turned into a motion picture, set to be released on Veterans Day.
The National Hockey League has teamed up with an organization called the You Can Play Project. Patrick Burke, the co-founder of the YCPP, started the organization in March 2012 to promote gay rights. The YCPP will include training and counseling on gay issues as well as participation in public service announcements.
And there was a big brawl apparently yesterday against the Padres and the Dodgers. Here is Joe Ham to tell us about that. Joe, what happened?
Oh, that's right, Cedar. They were brawling in the ballpark. The Padres opened their home opening series versus the LA Dodgers, and it was full of excitement this week. Both teams had a win coming into the Game 3. Things really heated up in the 6th after pitcher Zach Greinke pegged Carlos Quentin. Quentin charged the mound, causing a bench-clearing brawl. A few players were ejected, and Greinke left with a broken collarbone. Once all the chaos was over, though, the Dodgers went on to win 3-2 after a home run hit by Juan Uribe. And on to the NCAA Championship. March Madness has finally ended, and one school has luckily enough to have their men and women's team make it all the way. The Louisville men's basketball squad took on Michigan for the championship on Monday. Patina's team came away with a win, 86-72, but the Lady Cardinals weren't as lucky, falling to UConn Huskies 93-60. The championship gives them 8 national championships altogether. Now to the NBA. Number 13 is where the Knicks' winning streak ends as they took on the Bulls. The Bulls led most of the way until late in the 4th as Melo tries to hit the game-winning shot with 1 second left, but bricks, and this one will go into overtime. Little Nate Robinson and Luol Deng came alive in the extra period and helped secure the victory. keeping the confidence high in Chicago as the playoffs near. Now to the greens, where the historic Masters tournament kicked off yesterday in Augusta. The big name wasn't Tiger Woods, but Ting Lang-gun, a 14-year-old prodigy from China. Playing at 14 makes him the youngest player in Masters history and 5 years younger than Tiger and Jack Nicklaus when they made their debut. Age wouldn't play a factor, though, as Gun shot a 73 and is only 1 over par. But Tiger wouldn't be overshadowed and finished 2 under for the day and tied for 13th and is now in second place. Now to the water, where the second round of the Professional Surfing's World Championship Tour concluded this week at Bells Beach, Australia. Rookie and California native Nat Young made his presence known, making it to the final round, where Young put on quite a show in the final heat, but fell short to Brazil's Adriana de Souza. Although he did walk away with a $30,000 check, the next stop on the tour will be in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and kicks off on May 8th. Now on to the top play. So let's take a look at this week's top plays. Angel Pagano, the Giants, grabs a spot on our list with a great tumbling catch deep in center field. At number 4, we have King LeBron James. He has a huge dunk and give him the assist and the points with the self alley-oop. Coming at number 3 is Jamie Donaldson's 180-yard hole on a par 3 in the opening round of the Masters. Number 2, we have Montreal's Harrell with an insane alley-oop against Michigan. And finally, our top spot will be from the Nebraska Cornhuskers spring football game. On 4th and 1, the Huskers hand the ball off to 7-year-old Jack Hoffman, who runs for a 69-yard touchdown. But the best thing about this story and the most important part is that the Cornhuskers really let this little boy's dreams come true, because he has been diagnosed with brain cancer back in April 2011.
Oh, that's very good.
So that's a great story.
That's a good story, man.
That's right.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
All right. Local power plant may be reopened after its year-long hiatus. How this may affect operations during the summer months.
And Hollywood is gearing up for another major event. We'll have the details after the break.